greeting guests at his restaurant Zona Blanca in the Holly Mason building in Spokane is a perk for Chef Chad White.
How's your guys' day going so far?
Good.
Yeah? Very good. First time here?
We've been in.
You been in? Excellent. Wonderful.
While running an operation that includes a bevy of restaurants included in his hospitality group, you could say this is something for which he lives.
Zona Blanca is my baby. This is everything to me. Not that any of my other restaurants, or my kids as you could call them, are unimportant to me, because they really are. They're everything to me. And it's the families that I've built within them, the team that I spend more time with than I do with my actual family. We won Chef of the Year 5 years in a row. We won Best New Restaurant. We've been so blessed by this community that came out and supported us during COVID when it was hurting. People came out and helped us. Zona Blanca wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the community of Spokane. And it wouldn't be here for the family that I've built that's helped grow it. So it's everything to me. I wake up in the morning and I'm so excited to get here. Take my knife out of my bag to work on a new dish, to train my team to explore new flavors.
Born and raised in Spokane and the Spokane Valley, Chad was an unlikely candidate to make the food and hospitality business his life's vocation.
I'll be honest, I was the pickiest eater. My mom would tell you, anything green on the plate, Chad's not touching it. Not a chance. Now I'll eat anything. I had to give everything a try when I was a kid. As an adult, I grow up and all the things that your mom used to tell you that were not cool are all of a sudden cool because, well, I'm my mom's age when she was trying to teach me those lessons as a kid.
A proud graduate of Central Valley High on 9/11/2001, Chad joined the service and while in the Navy, began his culinary career while stationed in San Diego, California. After leaving the service in 2005, Chad was hot into his chosen profession.
26 years old. I opened up a restaurant called Sea Rocket Bistro. It was the first restaurant that I owned. We were a sustainable seafood restaurant. I was the chef and owner. It landed me on Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmern, being recognized for using everything that chefs weren't using in cooking. There was no chefs at the time doing that with seafood. From there, I opened a couple of restaurants with Brian Malarkey, Gabardine, and then Commune Kitchen and Tavern. At that same time, I opened 2 other restaurants. One across the border called La Justina in Tijuana, Mexico. I love Mexican food. I've traveled all over Mexico and I've had some great mentors and teachers that have invited me into their homes, taught me about their culture and their food and the history of their food. Something that I hold near and dear to my heart these days, which spawned, Zona Blanca Ceviche bar in Spokane.
From there, Chad has been one busy jefe. In 2016, he caught a huge break. Top Chef, the wildly popular culinary competition on the Bravo television network, offered him a slot on their season 13 series.
Going on Top Chef was wild. It's not what you think it is. The behind the scenes is not as pretty as what you get to see on the TV, right? But it opened my eyes about reality, about someone else's industry and how hard it is. The competition was crazy. I mean, the expectations were unrealistic, and for obvious reasons. These chefs that I was up against were people that I already knew. Not like I knew them like, hey, what's going on, buddy? I knew them because I followed them. There were people that I was inspired by, and I didn't know they were gonna be on the show, and I'm standing there first day with Tom and Padma off in the corner getting ready to say something. And I mean, at that time, I felt proud of myself that I was there, number one. Proud of my what I had built in that time. I did well, I finished in the top 10, and that show makes you, and that competition specifically, makes you think so fast on your feet. And what you learn there is no matter how good you are, there's somebody better.
Now, on the heels of his thrust into the national limelight, Chad decided to move back to Spokane from San Diego and apply his craft in his hometown in 2015, to the delight of the local restaurant scene.
I opened Zona Blanca in its first location on Madison. We were in the back of a cool dive bar called Steel Barrel Tap Room that had a little local brewery in there. And for people to walk through the tap house and then find this little small ceviche bar with what I found to be a lot of culture was actually quite shocking for the majority of people in Spokane. Ceviche is a dish that is well known all over the country and especially in Latin America. But in Spokane, it's only seen in restaurants peppered around small Mexican eateries. This was my opportunity to show people the flavor of Baja. I'm gonna be making a ceviche mixto. This is our most popular ceviche on our menu. And I think the reason why people like it so much is there's just so much flavor going on. As you can see, there's quite a bit of ingredients with shrimp and yellowfin tuna from Hawaii and octopus from Spain, serrano chilies, cilantro, cucumber, pickled red onions, and then we call this salsa de cacahuates, which is a Spanish peanut salsa with garlic and chili paste and chili infused oil. And so just really zesty, full flavors, lots of textures, a lot of fun. And the first time I had a ceviche like this was at a ceviche cart in Ensenada by a lady by the name of Sabina. And she's got this little tiny market. She is about 70 years old and she's been working this ceviche cart for a really, really long time. This is an inspired dish by her restaurant called La Gradencia. And so this is shrimp from the Sea of Cortez, yellowfin tuna. This comes from Hawaii. And then we have Spanish octopus. This is actually cooked. The shrimp is soaked in lime juice. We're gonna add a little bit of serrano chilies because we like it spicy here. And then we've got our agua chili roja. So this is very zesty, guajillo chilies, lime juice, a little bit of orange, all blended together with some achiote, a little bit of sea salt. And then we just mix this up. This is served with tostadas. Ours are corn tortillas. And this is just so bright and fresh. And then we do a little bit of pickled red onion. This adds a little zing to it. And then lastly, we top it with this peanut salsa. And this adds a really unique flavor. This salsa is absolutely inspired by that ceviche cart I talked about. Hers is a lot spicier than ours, but it adds this nuttiness, tons of flavor, things that you wouldn't expect, and it is absolutely delicious. Ceviche mixto. As a younger man, I wanted to run way before I learned how to walk. I'm not even where I want to be yet. And I've been in this industry since 2001. Gosh, 20 years now. And I'm still learning every single day. I wanted to learn so much. Coming out of the military, I didn't have the skill set that a lot of the chefs that I was working side by side did, but I had the discipline. I had the tenacity, I had a ton of grit. And I was willing to do the crap jobs. Didn't matter what it was. I wanted to be a chef. And anybody that told me I couldn't be a chef, or I shouldn't be a chef, I proved them wrong. I think when it's a passion, I don't think you should listen to it. You should listen to your heart. If that's what you want to do, go after it. And these are octopus tacos with salsa roja, cilantro, and mayonesa zarandeado. Delicious.